Hey guys, so some days back I posted this picture on my LinkedIn channel, and I got a lot of comments and people. I was actually wondering what happened here, and I got a lot of comments, people talking about what could possibly have gone wrong. And here are actually a few of the comments that I got. A lot of people said it might probably be a short circuit or something happened, or probably the solar panels were not properly heated. And this picture is actually one thing that is actually getting me really weirded out, because it shows a series of solar panels actually burnt up. So what could actually make a solar panel get burnt? And that's one thing I've actually been thinking about for a really long time. I think on my own end, one of the things that I've actually been able to see, and I really have come to confirm, is the fact that a lot of manufacturers are out there, and not a lot of solar panels are that good. And I got comments like that too. Not so many solar panels are that good. Solar panels have at least 26-year life expectancy and warranty for some people, because they are supposed to last really long. But when you buy a solar panel that cannot do up to that, and I think it's just crazy, because they have so many insulation, the glass, and so many other things that you are expected to use them for so long, for really long, before they actually start to depreciate. Solar panels are pretty good. They're compared to batteries, they have really long lifespans. But when you start to see solar panels that get burnt like this, it begins to, we can now begin to ask questions like, what really happened here? And I think one other thing that I'm also conscious about is, a short circuit can actually cause this, but how many people would make a short circuit with solar panels? Maybe if you are doing the installation for the very first time, that can actually be a mistake. And I would say, if it's a short circuit, it will still go back to the solar panel manufacturer itself, because I've seen situations where the cables used and the insulation for the cables used for these solar panels are not very strong. They are not strong at all, and you might actually just touch them, use your hand, put your hands on the cables and draw it out, and you'll see the insulation actually come out and the wire exposed. So in cases like this, there can be cases where the cables are melted, and a situation where the wires inside now start to touch themselves, and that can actually cause a short circuit. And so that means, in the long run, when you have solar panels for a really long time and everything, and you expect these things to really last long and stay for a very long time, but the cables are not well insulated, so that can actually be a problem in the long run. And I've seen cases where a lot of people don't actually use the rails, the proper grounding tools, the proper rails for their cables before they set them on it. And most people actually just drop the solar panels on top of their roof, and what happens is a lot of heat is actually going on that roof most of the time, and it can actually cause a lot of heat to actually be generated underneath your solar panels. You want air to go through all the time. It's like your Ferrari or your really fast car. You want, once they generate a lot of heat, that's why there's space underneath, so that air can actually go through and actually cool the cars down. No, not talking about cars actually. So let's talk about solar panels, because this is what we use currently. You want to have air go underneath your solar panels, and that's just very important. So there's a lot of air going through, and because the solar panels are not just plain like that, most of them actually have junction boxes, and these junction boxes, once they overheat, can actually get burnt, and these are not things that you actually want to see. And I installed one solar panel, and there was actually a lot of leakages, because it was actually not even, it was producing power, but you would see that the inverter was not actually accepting the solar panel because it was not there was just a lot of leakages, and the leakages were caused by the solar panels overheating, like too much overheating from the solar panel. So I still don't know what actually happened with the picture. This is what I know. It's probably a short circuit, not properly insulated cables, or because they were not properly heated. So, like what you see, just let me know. Cheers, guys.